The 5th annual lake launch event was held in early May, and GRDA celebrated the beginning of the summer lake season with a red, white, and blue tribute. During the event, attendees had the opportunity to meet GRDA's ecosystems management and lake operations team members while also enjoying good food, live music, and local vendors. The weather was perfect for GRDA Chief Executive Officer Dan Sullivan to give the annual State of the Lake address on the patio, which overlooks the waters of Grand Lake and historic Pensacola Dam. Sullivan spoke on the amendment application that was filed earlier in the day with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission.
Today is a great day, as any day is on Grand Lake, but in particular I wanted to mention and bring to you our amendment application that was filed today with FERC. So the amendment application that would put into change the rule curve variance that we had last year and in 2013, that would put that into the license for the remainder of our license until a new license is issued. This would be a tremendous change where we won't have to go back every year and ask for a variance. We are in the process of the relicensing of the Pensacola Dam. That's a 30-year event. Every 30 years it happens, but it takes about 7 years to accomplish each time. So we've started that process. We've hired consultants, and the fun really begins when you talk about lake levels when we start into the relicensure. I'll tell you, one of the things that we're looking for, what we want to accomplish in this new license is to give us the ability to have a range rather than a daily target elevation for operating the lake. And we haven't settled on the final numbers yet, but think of a range like 742 to 745 as being the operational range for the lake year-round. To be able to deal with water quality, water quantity when we have the storm events, but also dealing with dissolved oxygen and other things that we have down below the dams to make sure that we meet all of those competing interests. We feel like having an operational range where we can hold water for a couple of days, we get some rain, and try to maximize the ability to generate electricity.
Sullivan also spoke about Senate Bill 1388. The bill gives GRDA the authority to charge fees for camping and off-road activities, along with consolidating the Oklahoma Scenic Rivers Commission into GRDA.
Ed is the administrator of the Scenic Rivers Commission, and he's been there since 83, is that right? 1983. So he's been laboring in that vineyard a long time. No one's worked harder in this state for clean water than Ed Fike. And if you followed at all the Illinois River and all of the issues with cleaning up that watershed, you'll know that this has been a tremendous battle. So we are the recipients of the experience and expertise that Ed has in coming into the GRDA team to help us not only continue the work on the Illinois River watershed, but expand those efforts into the Grand River watershed. We've spent a lot of time and resources. We've added additional staff to our lab here and the folks that are working on water and water quality issues. But having Ed's field expertise and being able to sit down and talk to people and work through these issues of how can we better protect the water that we have. When you think about the value of water, we can't live without it. Unfortunately, we can live without electricity, but we cannot live without water. And water is our future. If we don't protect this waterway, we're in big trouble in the future.
In closing, Sullivan shared information about some of the upcoming events that will be held this summer on and around the lake.
Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, hey.